All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about OpenAI's brand new model, GPT-4o. And honestly, this feels like a genuine leap forward. You really need to forget everything you know about AI assistants, because what we just saw is about to completely change how we interact with technology. Let's get into it. And this really gets to the heart of it. The era of that clunky, wait your turn AI, it's over. I mean, in OpenAI's live demo, we saw GPT-4o literally laugh out loud, translate languages in real time, and carry on a conversation that felt, well, human. This is not just a minor update, it's a totally new way of interacting with AI. So first up, let's talk about that conversational ability, which is almost sci-fi level stuff. This is the feature that has everybody buzzing, and for a really good reason. The key here isn't just what the AI says, but how fast it says it. 320 milliseconds. Now, to put that into perspective, that is on par with human reaction time in a real back-and-forth conversation. There's no awkward lag, no spinning wheel. It just responds instantly. And that incredible speed unlocks something truly profound. It's not just about getting your answers faster. It means you can actually interrupt it, and it stops and listens, just like a person would. It can pick up on emotion in your voice. At one point in the demo, it even noticed a presenter's heavy breathing and told him to calm down. Plus, it can generate its own voice with this huge range of emotion. It can sing, it can laugh, it can be dramatic. This totally elevates it from a simple tool to a real conversational partner. So, how in the world did OpenAI pull this off? Well, the secret is right there in the name. The little O in GPT-4o stands for Omni, and it points to a complete redesign of the tech underneath. You see, before this, voice assistants used this clunky three-step process. One model would turn your audio into text. A second model, like GPT-4, would figure out what to say, and then a third model would turn that text back into audio. Not only was this process slow, but it lost all the important stuff, the tone, the emotion, the pauses in your voice. But GPT-4o, it just throws that whole pipeline out the window. It is one single end-to-end system that handles audio, text, and even vision, all at the same time, natively. This means it doesn't just hear your words. It hears the feeling, the tone, and the rhythm behind them. That is the secret sauce to its amazing speed and awareness. So as you can imagine, this new architecture makes some seriously powerful things possible. And one of the most impressive has to be its ability to just smash through communication barriers around the world. We saw this live in the demo. One person was speaking Italian, another was speaking English, and GPT-4o was just sitting in the middle, acting as a live, seamless interpreter. It listened, it translated, it responded in both directions, and the whole conversation just flowed naturally. It's basically the universal translator from Star Trek, but it's real and it's here. But remember, the Omni model isn't just about what it can hear. It also has incredible vision. And that has opened the door for it to become this revolutionary, interactive learning tool. So, in a partnership with Khan Academy, they showed GPT-4o looking at a math problem on a sheet of paper through a phone camera. Now, instead of just spitting out the answer, it started guiding the user with hints and questions, really focusing on the process of learning. It could see the problem, hear the student's voice, and give spoken guidance all at once. It's a completely seamless tutoring experience. Okay, so the final piece of the puzzle here is OpenAI's strategy. They've built this incredibly powerful thing, but how are they actually getting it out into the world? Well, the answer involves a huge shift in who gets to use it and a pretty healthy dose of caution. And this is a really big deal. Before today, if you wanted this level of AI intelligence, it was locked behind a $20 a month subscription. But now, GPT-4o is being made available to everyone, for free. Now, paid users will still get more capacity, but this decision basically democratizes access to cutting-edge AI on a massive, global scale. And to make it even easier to use, they've launched a new desktop app for Mac. With just a simple keyboard shortcut, you can bring up the AI right on top of whatever you're doing. You can grab a screenshot of anything on your screen and just start talking to the AI about it. The goal here is pretty clear. They want to move AI out of a browser tab and weave it directly into your entire workflow. Of course, whenever you see capabilities this powerful, a big question pops into your head pretty quickly. Is this safe? And that's a totally valid concern. It seems OpenAI is thinking the same thing because they're being very cautious with how they roll this out. So while the text and image features are starting to roll out to everybody now, that super advanced voice mode is coming out much more slowly. It's starting with just a small group of alpha testers. OpenAI says they're doing this because these new powers come with new risks, and they've had over 70 outside experts red team the model, basically try to break it, before they release it more widely. And this is where it gets really fascinating. Looking at their internal safety tests, they rated risks like voice impersonation and privacy as low, because they have safeguards for that. But one category was rated borderline medium, and that was the model's potential for persuasion. Its voice is so human-like and so emotive that they flagged its ability to be convincing as a key reason for this super careful, phased rollout. So what do we have? We have human-like conversation, a universal translator in our pocket, and an all-seeing tutor, all available for free. There's no doubt GPT-4o is a monumental leap forward, but as we've seen, it's also taking us into some pretty uncharted territory. So I'll leave you with this question. Is this new future incredibly exciting, or maybe just a little bit scary?